So, I'm wearing this hat because A, it's cold, and B, I need a haircut, and I'm not got around to getting it done yet. But I can't tell if I like the look, or I just look homeless. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome to the next episode of the 100 Season 6. The last episode that we watched was called Nevermind, and that was a really interesting look into the inside of Josephine / Clark's mind and what was going on in there, where Clark woke up due to the Ali situation. She was able to survive the mind wipe, and we saw her battle internally with Josephine to survive. And we saw various characters from past seasons, various locations, and it was all about core memories that are really triggering and traumatic, and how they can have a really big control over you. Like one for, Clark had a bunch of them in that box, which was like Jasper dying, Finn dying, her dad dying, all that kind of stuff. We saw Josephine's, which was the guy who shot himself in front of her. And it was just a really cool, creative, different episode for the 100. Not something we've ever seen them do before, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool to see people come back, like Monty came back. We saw Blood Rainer, we saw Maya. And it was just really cool to see some past callbacks to seasons past. I said past way too many times now, but you know what I mean. That was really cool. Not a lot of movement on the main storyline, minus the fact that Clark has found a way to signal to Bellamy that she's still in there, and they know to go and save her. We don't really know how they're going to do it, but we just know that she's still in there. So this episode is episode 8 of the season. I can't believe we've only got 6 episodes left already. Like, for you guys it might seem like it's ages, but for me, it feels like we're flying through this season, and I'm really enjoying it, so I am okay with that. So this is episode 8, and it's called The Old Man and the Anomaly. So to me, that says we're finally going to find out more about the children of Gabriel side of things. So we know that the person in charge is Gabriel, he's the old man, and that there's an anomaly, which was the thing that sent out the temporal flare, which caused Octavia's arm to age, and then she's getting messages from the anomaly. I'm hoping we find out a bit more about what it is and answer some of those questions that I've got, because right now I really don't understand much about it. I just know that it's this weird thing in the sky that shoots out this coloured stuff. But he's been marked by it. He's got a thing on his chest. There was the spirals in the notebook. Obviously, Octavia drew the spiral on the rock. So I'm hoping by the end of the episode we know about what that means. But also maybe some more progress on the storyline with Maddie and the Shade Hader. Last we saw of that, he kept appearing to her. She got brought out of the meditation thing quite early, which meant that he's got more control over her. He tried to get her to kill Gaia because he said that she's controlling him. It kind of felt like she was going to, but ultimately she decided to banish Gaia rather than kill her. But at the end we saw that Shane Hader was still there and still making more of an impact on her and having more control. So I'm really worried about where it's going to go, but I'm also really curious as well. So let's jump into the episode to find out. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the episode. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And please take a look at the Patreon link down below for the full interaction to this episode, as well as the next few episodes in advance. If you watch on YouTube, we probably finished Season 6 at this point. Let's jump into the 100 Season 6 Episode 8, The Old Man and the Anomaly. Oh, Octavia does not look so good.
Welcome to the Verge.
Oh, the Verge.
Don't worry, you'll never get used to the sound.
I'm scared.
Is he here? First the old man cures you, and then you put a bullet in his brain. Look at us finishing each other's thoughts.
I love these two. I'm so gonna be sad when they break. Stop hanging out together. Huh? What's happening?
He loved her, didn't he? You can tell by the picture. She was just looking to get laid.
Jesus.
You can ask Gabriel yourself when we get to the anomaly.
Ooh. I'm looking forward to meeting Gabriel.
That's funny.
Is it? You know what happens during the Red Sun?
Heard about it?
The anomaly has a similar effect on the plants here. Only it's constant and weirder. Trust me.
Cool.
Be armed.
What about these? Because there's about 50 different ways I can kill you with them.
She's so cool. Oh,
We don't
Jesus.
have much time. I'm curious. You experiencing memories? Things you don't quite understand.
What is it? What did I miss? What was I not looking at? Was it?
You look pretty good for an old man. Say hi to Gabriel.
You saw the scar. Would ask about
What?
yours, but the story of how you slashed your own throat was big news before
He's
we left.
Gabriel?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, me too. What? Hey.
The glory and grace and the primes.
For the glory and grace of the primes.
For the glory and grace of the primes. So what's happening to Gavin? Are they making him a knight? Blood? Or has he become a prime?
You said we came here to save Kane, but you left out how. It's not murder, Raven. It's sacrifice.
Who's she?
Gavin wants this. Don't you, Gavin?
More than anything more.
Gavin. Gavin looks good.
Your offering is accepted with love and light.
If that becomes a new Kane, I'm okay with this. He looks good.
So much for first do no harm.
How long until our brain melts?
Best guess, 36 hours.
36
She
hours?
can't keep her on her side of the divide.
Oh, it's not a problem. She's back in her cage. We take out my mind drive, we nuke the neural mesh with the EMP, and then we put it back in. Problem solved.
Josie,
Simple.
we have a chance to erase this sin, to give Clark her body back, to put you in a willing host.
Oh.
Are you out of your mind?
See, I think she's gonna kill him,
When the universe gives you a second chance, you take it.
but Josephine's a bitch.
We'll get through this. You'll see.
Good luck.
What about Delilah? If Clark's still alive, then she could be too.
Delilah.
You only care about Clark.
I don't think she's alive.
We start asking questions and the primes figure out what
They
we
can't
know.
figure it out if they're dead. Once we kill the primes, we take over Sanctum. We save Clark here, in the lab that was built for it.
Is that your idea?
God.
Or she'd head us?
Who cares if it works? I've been surveilling the one named Maria.
Are these people not more worried about Maddie?
And find the body.
We're not killing Delilah.
Delilah's already dead.
We don't know that for sure.
You're right.
We kind of do.
But what we do know is I'm the
I hope,
commander.
I hope she's not, but...
Echo thinks it's a good plan. Don't you, Spy?
God, there he is.
And Maury, I love you. And look, I know I've never been perfect or even close for that matter, but you make me want to be.
I mean, that
we've
is
been through
sweet.
so much and survived so much.
Oh, I don't like it.
What are those?
Mind drives. One for each of us.
Oh no, that's a survivor's move.
Oh, the ultimate.
I think maybe I'm alone in this, but I just don't agree with the concept of it. Like, it's not really them,
Think you can love me forever?
but I don't know. It's like a weirdly sweet moment, but
Adorable. Sorry to interrupt. Where's
creepy as well.
Riker!
Josephine?
Welcome to the party.
Wait a minute, Clark's alive?
That might change his opinion a little
We're all on
bit.
the same page. Wow. I feel us coming together as a team already, don't you?
How about we pass the time by you telling us how someone dedicated to the destruction of the immortal primes took a new body? Dying
That was
sucks,
my
I
question.
get it. But not being willing to die for your cause makes you a coward where I come from.
Yes.
Xavier was born. He had the blood. Eduardo believed it was a sign, a freeborn host. I thought I convinced him otherwise, but when my last buddy died, he finally wiped Xavier and brought me back.
He loved you too much to lose you. I know the feeling.
Oh, go away, Josephine.
Once I resurrected and realized what he did, I killed him in a fit of rage.
Right, okay, so I...
Assumed
Right.
Xavier's identity out of shame.
Here we go.
hey, you're not gonna freak out on me again, are
He
you?
once again, Bellamy on his knees, gagged and bound.
Come on.
Yes, please.
Come on.
I like you, Amori. I think we're gonna be great friends. See ya.
Come on, Amori. Come on. Do the right thing. Yes.
Bellamy.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Clark's alive.
Yes. Yes. Come on.
Bellamy, they're wiping her today. That's what this is for. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Who's the hunky shirtless man? Oh, he's dead. Oh, God.
The glory and grace of the primes.
Sure.
If you had the chance to bring back someone you loved, would you?
Of
Not
course.
if I had to kill someone to do it.
But, yeah, that is the problem.
I didn't come here to debate this.
No, you came here to ask me to take a spacewalk.
Maybe you're right. I might lose him. But at least he gets a chance to live. I am not doing this for me.
Kind of sounds like you are, girl.
Get out.
Raven, please. I said
No.
fine. I'll take the spacewalk myself.
In case you have any second thoughts, she has orders to kill you. And you're adorable.
But has she gone? Come on, Amori.
Maury!
What is the plan? What is the plan that they've come up with? Oh no, please don't kill Amori.
What are you doing? That's what we were counting on.
Oh, perfect. You know, I admire you guys.
Come on.
I really do. If the other primes had half your balls, we'd be swimming in hosts and none of this would be necessary.
Yeah, well they don't, so.
But unfortunately, it is. Sorry, John. Step away from the device.
You think we care about that traitor?
Lord knows you shouldn't, but yeah, I do. Which brings us to
Unfortunately, you
yet
do.
another
Well, not
episode of
unfortunately,
no
but.
good choices.
Oh yeah.
Clark would love this.
Find Gabriel. He was one of them, but then he bailed. Riker helped him escape.
Gabriel left 70 years ago. He'd be 106 by now, also known as dead.
Why do you look so concerned?
Yeah.
Set the EMP.
So much for forever.
No, John! No!
For it.
It's down! Go! Now!
Time to go. Hey, dragger. No, it's just Bellamy. Clark / Josephine. Ooh.
Save Clark.
And how the hell is he gonna find Gabriel?
My exorcist. I will love you forever, even if we die today.
Well, that's very sweet.
Stay with me, John!
Lock the child up with the others and call the doctors. Let me through. Stay with Priya. Move!
Okay, she actually looks concerned.
Take off the suit, Abby.
I knew she was gonna go and do it. As much as she's angry at Abby.
I am. You were right. An innocent man is dead because of you. The way I see it, letting you die too would only make things worse.
What is the anomaly? I've still got no answers.
The anomaly will do that.
What is...
Sometimes it's your darkest fear. Sometimes your deepest desire. Sometimes it's both at once.
Right, I'm all for the cryptic messages, but what is it? What? It's the thing that we saw in the opening titles.
No one who's gone in has ever come out.
Wait. She's not there.
Dioza? Dioza?
Whatever you see, it isn't real. If you go in there, you'll die. I don't know what it means, or if it's real. I just know I have to go.
Well, he did absolutely jack shit to stop him going in. Right. Do you have any more answers for us? Her hair looks normal again. Her arm's normal again.
You're healed.
Russell and Simone murdered her.
I mean, they
It
did.
didn't quite take, did it?
Russell,
See?
it wasn't your turn. You jumped the line.
It's weird to think, 'cause I don't think we really knew before now. At least I didn't pick up on the fact that it was secret that Clark had done it amongst the Prime. That, you know what I mean? That Josephine was now alive again.
Do whatever it takes to bring my daughter home.
Because the Primes are my witness. I'll bring her back.
Alright. Oh, so is this Kane now? I mean, this feels weird. But I'm like, if I was there, I'd be like, Kane looking good. It's been a while, should we, go to the bedroom?
What the hell's happening?
Because he's in the opening title, so I thought he was going to come back. God, he looks good though.
I saved you.
I bet he's so confused. Because he knows nothing about this. Please put a shirt on, it's very distracting. It's very distracting. Okay, that was my reaction to The 100, Season 6, Episode 8, The Old Man and the Anomaly. And as every episode of The 100 does, it answered some questions, raised more questions. And am I more confused than before? Probably, if not the same level, maybe more confused. So, where should we start? Let's start with the title storyline. So, Octavia, deals and that kind of stuff. So, they were making their way towards the Anomaly with the dude who is revealed that he's Gabriel, but I can't remember what his name was, Xavier, something like that. So they were travelling to the place, and then Dioza realised that he had the scar on the back of his neck, which I didn't spot for some reason. I think 'cause I was a bit distracted. By the time the shot had gone, I was like, what did I miss? So she realised straight away that he was Gabriel, which is... I'm surprised that I didn't guess that, because it's just something that I normally in things would have thought, well, maybe actually it's going to be a twist, maybe he's Gabriel all along. But I never, ever even considered for a second that he was Gabriel, which is cool. But then a question that was then raised, which was then answered, which was the whole point that I thought of Gabriel was that he was against what the Primes were doing, we're trying to stop them. But how was he Gabriel? Why is he in a younger body? Because the whole point was he was meant to be against it. But that was then answered when he kind of gave a bit of a backstory, did a bit of a monologue as they were walking towards the Anomaly. Well, long story short, his body died and he was resurrected without his consent, sort of. And then he killed the guy that did it, and he was raised in this body of this guy that he's in now, so which is why Gabriel is still alive. And it does also answer the question when people were saying, we don't even know if the old man's still alive anywhere, or has anyone ever seen him? I think they said things like that. Well, no, because he's not alive. He is alive. He's alive in this younger person's body, but he's not an old man anymore. So that answers those questions at least. But then as they basically got towards the Anomaly, and it was showing them visions of either Josephine or with Dioza, it was like a kid, and Octavia saw Bellamy from when he was in the fighting pit. So it's showing them like there, like dark moments, but you know, things like that. And they saw it, and it was this big green wave of something, energy, I want to call it. It was kind of like an energy, it looked kind of like a portal, kind of that kind of energy, I don't know how to describe it, but that kind of sci-fi element. And Diaz was going towards it because the kid was leading towards it, and Gabriel was like, don't go in there, like, no one ever comes back. But Diaz went in, Octavia ran straight in after her. Octavia came straight back out and looked healthy, and her arm was healed again. So, what the hell is the anomaly? I was hoping to get more answers. We didn't get any, I don't think, about what it is. People going in and not coming back makes sense. And I thought, once Octavia, Diaz and Octavia went in, that we were never going to see them again on this side, but we would go and see part of an episode where we see what happens to them as they pass through and where they've gone now. Which would obviously answer the question of why no one comes back. But then Octavia came straight back through, so what the hell is it? Why does it show them these things? What happens when you go through it? Why does Octavia come back? Why is Dioza not come back? And again, what the hell is it? And also, why does Octavia come back healed? What does that mean? Like I say, we got some answers in terms of where Gabriel is, and why Gabriel's still still alive, which I thought he's probably resurrected at some point. I thought it was going to be a long time ago. Obviously, it was more recently than that. But also, more questions on this anomaly and how it works and what it is. And so yeah, that was really confusing. And then we had Clark / Josephine, and we found out that she had 36 hours of the brain before the brain kind of dies. So has to get Clark out soon. And at that point, I kind of realised, okay, so either this episode, maybe next episode, we're going to get Clark back, because with such a short time frame on it, it's got to be a case of they deal with it this episode or next, or they find a way to postpone it, potentially. Obviously, the plan at the time was Josephine said, take the chip out, do the EMP thing to fry the mesh thing that's in there, put me back in, job's a good one. But Russell and the mechanic are all kind of conflicted about it for different reasons. Russell obviously let Gabriel go. The mechanic let Gabriel go. I can't remember his name. Russell wants to give Clark the body back and say, right, well, we'll fix Clark, get her back, we'll put you in someone else. Josephine doesn't want that because she likes the body, but also because I think she kind of sees that as a sign of weakness, considering we know more about her whole plan. And all the things she was doing with the babies and the sterilisation and whatnot. But Russell has more empathy and more emotions towards it and wants to get Clark back because it's the right thing to do, because he forced her into it. Rather than most of the primes where it was a choice, with Clark it wasn't. They kind of forced her to do it. Like, she was unconscious, or no, she wasn't, she was paralysed, and they just took the opportunity to bring Josephine back. But then what I liked really a lot later on was that when other people found out that she was Josephine, I kind of hadn't pieced together that it was a secret that Josephine was done the way she was. It was probably said multiple times and I just didn't hear it or didn't pay attention to it. But I like the fact that there's an order to the fact when you kind of come back, which makes sense. So, you know, when people die, there's a certain order between who gets the next body. When there's a prime, a Nightblood, or whatever they called it, Royal Blood. By doing what they did to Clark, they skipped the line, they took a shortcut, and they skipped and jumped her ahead because they wanted Josephine back. And how that's going to sow more kind of seeds of like discontent amongst the primes, because that's not the way they do things. They've already gone about things in a really shady way. We've already got Russell, who's not overly okay with the way Josephine is taking Clark's body. We've got the mechanic, who's, I think, going to help swing the tide because he just seems not okay with the whole thing. But now we've also got people who are like going to be angry at Russell and his wife for taking the opportunity to bring Josephine back when it wasn't her turn. So it's showing like there's going to be a lot of like fractures, I think, amongst the primes, and hopefully it's going to lead to them sort of imploding. And I think Josephine's going to be a big part of that because I could see her taking out Russell. Well, that was my idea. Well, my idea initially was that she was going to take out Russell before the whole plan to get her out of the camp. So they managed to turn Amori, even though Murphy promised her eternal life and wanted to propose to her, which was sweet and all that, but it was it's kind of weird and creepy, and I like the fact that she helped, our guys do the right thing. They got her out, and when it looked like things were going to go wrong, yes, Josephine managed to slice John's leg. I don't understand why she did that. Like, she had the knife to his neck. Why didn't she just or slit his throat? Does she kind of want him to survive because she got a bit of a soft spot for him? Was that the idea? And with that leg one, he can die from it, but he's also got a chance to live. But I like that they did the AMP to the barrier, took Clark out, Josephine out, and so Bellamy has Josephine and is going to go and find Gabriel to do brain surgery to save Clark. He can remove the chip to get rid of Josephine and hopefully do brain surgery to get rid of Clark. Because they're going to wait for Jackson, but obviously bad things went down. That's not the plan anymore. So as it stands with that storyline, Murphy's not doing so well. Amori's with him, promised to stay with him. Bellamy has dragged out Josephine, tied up, and is going to go find Gabriel to try and do the brain stuff to bring Clark back, which I'm hoping is the next episode. Because whilst I love the characterization of Josephine and how Elijah is playing her, I think it's brilliant, really well done. Even just the change in her voice is like kind of unnerving. It's like happy, the uncanny valley. Like, we know it's Clark. It's like the body of Clark. It looks like Clark, but it doesn't sound like her, and it doesn't act like her. So it's kind of creepy in that regards. So that's kind of cool. We also had Maddie. The fact that people are not more concerned about her worries me. I think now that she's starting to kill people, maybe. But when she was talking about, let's kill everybody, let's do this, they were just like, no, let's not do that, Maddie. Pat on the head. Be more concerned. And so we saw that she killed a couple of people. I think they said, was it just the two? And I don't see her stopping. She went to kill Delilah/Priya. Jordan jumped in the way to save her. She stabbed Jordan. Now, I don't think he'll die because of his connection to Monty more than anything else. I think he's going to stay alive. I hope. We did see how concerned Priya looked, so I do wonder, maybe is there a chance Delilah's in there? Or was she just concerned because it was one of her kind of people and he got stabbed in front of her to save her life? That's probably, I'm leaning more towards, I think I just want Delilah to be alive because I liked her and I liked her relationship with Jordan. But I think ultimately she's gone and, I think Priya's just alive. But yeah, Jordan got stabbed. I hope they find Maddie and stop her. But the whole Shane Hayden, I think I don't see finishing anytime soon. I think that's going to build up to something bad. And either she kills someone close to us, like one of the gang. I know Jordan is part of the gang, but maybe someone more like long term. Or she's going to go full wacko and just go on a killing spree and kill lots of people. I don't know. I don't feel good about it, but it's interesting to see how that's going to develop. I think finally the main thing I want to talk about is like the Abby stuff with Kane. So the plan we knew all along, Abby was going to make Nightbloods so that she can turn Kane into a Nightblood, download his memories into the chip, and then put him into a new body. Can I just say, as awful as the situation is, it's terrible, and I don't agree with it. Part of me, if I was Abby, would be like, hey, Kane. Because the body that she's put him in is fucking gorgeous. Like, he's hunky, he's very attractive. It's awful. It's not the Kane that she knows because it's not his body. And I still have weird things about the mind download in that I don't feel like it's the same person. It's just, you've downloaded an imprint of their memories into someone new. So that person is still dead. Does that make sense? I still have weird feelings about that. But if I just take it as what it's shown to us, Kane has now moved into a new body. I didn't think they were going to do it. I didn't. I thought that was going to be like toyed with, that we can do this to save Kane. And kind of just as she was maybe about to do it, like towards the season finale, something happens and they can save him and whatnot. I know they kept saying there's no way to save Kane, this is the only way. But I kept thinking there's going to be a way. And they won't actually put Kane to another body. I was wrong. Kane has now been put into this body. I don't know the guy's name, but obviously they're probably just going to call him Kane. And it's going to be a weird moral thing for Abby because it's not Kane, it's... Whilst it's his memories and his speech and he knows her and whatnot, it's a different body. And don't get me wrong, that body is younger. In my opinion, hotter, very hunky, very good shape. And if they want to go take a roll in the hay, I'm sure she'll have a great time. But it's going to be a moral thing for her because it's not the Kane that she knows and loves, even though it's got his memories. And a weird moral thing for him because he has no idea what's going on. He's not been privy to any of the primes and all that. He got stabbed by Vincent and has now woken up in a new body and then saw his body dead. But then that's really confusing to me because his name was in the credits. I always assumed he was going to come back at some point. Even if it was a case of he's not going to come back till like the end, but his name's still in it as kind of like because he's always been a part of the show from the beginning. And then maybe season 7 he's going to be a character again. But is he now permanently in this new body? Is the actor that we know and love gone? Don't answer the questions because, well, if you're on YouTube you can answer it, that's fine because I'll have probably finished season finale by now. But if you're watching on Patreon, don't answer it yet because I want to experience it myself. But the way it's shown to us is that the actor that we know as Kane is now dead and gone. We've got this new guy. But I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe the actor wanted to leave the show, possibly. And that's why they wrote him out in this manner. Or maybe they just wanted to write someone out. Like, I don't really know. I'm kind of just spitballing ideas. But I think part of me would like whilst I'm not like the hugest fan of Kane at the moment, like I wasn't overly concerned about what happened to him, and when he was frozen, I was sort of in the mindset of okay, fine, like I'm not going to miss the guy, but also it would be weird to see the character with a new body. I'm swayed by the fact that I'm very into this new guy. He's hot, right? But yeah, it's just a really weird moral thing, how she did what she thought was right to save Kane. The only way she knew to save Kane was to do this. But is she then going to struggle because she killed someone to do it? After the whole cannibalism thing down in the pit, and she was struggling with that so much, she's now helping people kill other people to save other people. And that's not English, but you know what I mean? Like, how's she going to deal with the fact that she killed this dude to save Kane, as much as he was willing to do it? I didn't think I would see this kind of thing happen so quickly, because we didn't see people turning into Nightbloods. I thought that was going to happen first, and then we would see more people getting resurrected. But, you know, they went straight for it, and now Kane is now alive in his very attractive body. I know I keep saying it, but it was very distracting. Like, we were trying to get involved in the emotional weight of the fact that Kane is now in a new body. Abby has killed someone to save her man. He's now this new guy. And all I could think of was, he's so sexy. Because he had his top on. If he put his tops on, I wouldn't have been as distracted. But if you've watched my channel enough, you would know that when there's a hunky man on screen, I am distracted. You know me. So, yeah. Really weird to see how things are going to turn out with this, because I just didn't see it happening. I really didn't think this was going to happen. But really enjoying it. I really enjoyed the season. I'm really excited to see. We've got 5 episodes left. I'm curious to see how it ends, and also excited to kind of go on that journey, because I've loved season 6 so far. I think the first 2 episodes, whilst I've recorded this, have gone on YouTube, so I've got a few more comments, not loads, but a couple more comments, and people seem to be really enjoying it. Maybe not their favourite season, but the few comments I've had seem to really like season 6, so I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really excited to see how it all turns out, and where it all leads to, and when Clark comes back, is Kane definitely this new guy now? Like, we don't know a way to transfer them back. He looked dead. I think I'm just being really naive and thinking, I'd like to see Kane back, but I think Kane's just gone now, like the old Kane. Weird. Really weird. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. But that's really weird. I just didn't see that happening. I want to know more about the anomaly and why Octavia's back and healthy again. And is Murphy going to survive? What's Maddie going to do? She's going to kill more people. There's a lot of questions, and I'm really excited to watch the next episode. As always, guys, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well, taking care of yourselves, and staying safe. Enjoy the video. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And please take a look at the Patreon link down below to watch a full-length reaction to this episode, all of Season 6, last half of Season 5. And if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be the rest of Season 6 as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of the 100 Season 6. Bye, guys. Take care. Stay safe.